Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the James Madison Dukes and the Bowling Green Falcons. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, the Dukes head coach told me some great information before the game. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Bowling Green's offense to go on the attack first. Austin Novosad, man, he was razor sharp last time out, completed better than 70% of his passes, throwing for 200-plus yards. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll test the right side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Falcons will call on their punt team. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Dukes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first...
Makes the catch, and he's free. The 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Dukes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The give. Oh, he's got some space. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Flips it out to the back. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, James Madison. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Looking for running room. Good, strong tackle. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Falcons send out the punt unit. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Fields the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rid of it on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dumps it off in the flats. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll move the tight end. Hand it to the back. Got enough for the first down. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. On the move. Runs for the tackle.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
To the 15. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Flush to the left. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass.
14, Bowling Green, 0.
Bringing it back. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Sells to run, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Brings up 2nd down.
Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. At the 35, he's open. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ridley.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms. They start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a first down for this offense. The Falcons are flying down the field. They'll run it. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Second down to the air. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Leaves it in his belly. Plows through the defense. Just shedding tackles. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Oh, pressure's coming. And he never had a chance.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Splits the uprights. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here comes the Duke's offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. And the Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback keeper. Nice move to keep running. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's changing the play. Trying to establish the run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Caught in the backfield, it's Ridley. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the right side. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Laterals it back. Complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Working the ground game. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Absolutely center cut, and that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Virginia, taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. Back to your game in Bowling Green. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Dwight L. Perry Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw on first. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
RPO complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Dukes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Bowling Green sidelines, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of hand if they don't make something happen right now. You see the coaches and players coming together to try to get that momentum back. I'll keep you posted on if that swings here in their favor. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 2nd and long here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Turns it upfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sells to fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Keeps it on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. They get to him, and down he goes, and that's the danger of trying to take a shot on 2nd and short.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Ridley. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
Here we go. Ready, go. Go.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture.
Go.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Grab behind the line. It's Sharp. Hey, he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, BG! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Second down, gonna throw it. They're all over it. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Oh, a double pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Just a misfire there.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Working the big fella downfield and outside. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under pressure. He makes the catch. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. The Falcons look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go. Ready. Go, go.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Clay. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun. Here's a little room there. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And they're looking for a 4th quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, running back on the move. Pass to 6. Turns it on in midfield. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Fights off a defender. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play?
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Just smothered on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Give to the back. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Driven back.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and throw downfield.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. He's got
this place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off.